am back. My name is Charles here at Nutrition 101, where we eat our medicine. And today I got a very fun topic. Maybe not so fun, but definitely informative. So stay tuned. Class is in session. All right, we're going to talk about 10 reasons why you're plateauing with your weight loss. Now, plateauing basically means when you're kind of at a standstill where you're not getting any more results. And this could happen with muscle gains, and this can happen more so with trying to lose weight. So that means you have to make a change, something drastic, something big, right? So we're stuck where we are, right? So we're plateauing, so we have to make an adjustment. And here with me today, I have my buddy, Avocado Fred. Say hello, Fred. Yeah, so he's going to help explain to us, to you, the viewers, why or how we can make some changes so we can start to lose weight again. All right, let's get right into it, starting at number one. Now, it was hard for me to really come up with number one because I could have easily made number 6 at number one, because honestly, I can't really think of a better way to lose fat than to eat fat, but we'll get more into that soon enough. All right, so number one, not sleeping enough. So what does this happen to our body? We're not sleeping enough. What's going on? Well, one, cortisol levels go up, right? Cortisol is our stress hormone. This is produced by our adrenal glands. When we don't sleep enough, our growth hormone generally stops producing, right? So that usually drops our testosterone, and also means our estrogen goes up, and more so our cortisol levels go up because our body's under stress, be it emotional or physical stress. Cortisol levels can go up, and we don't want that. So that's one reason why. So we want to be able to get sleep more often, minimum of 7 hours. If you could do 8 or 9, great. If you're active, you definitely want to be somewhere in that 7 to 9 hour range of sleep. Not sleeping enough can basically disable our impulse control. So when we're tired, right, we're more likely to now reach for carbs. We're more likely to reach for starchy food, sugars, just something to give us a quick boost of energy. So we're not really so inclined to make a good decision, a food decision. So we want to be able to get good rest, and I guarantee you're going to be able to make good decisions. So that's really a bad thing, is when you start reaching for things because you're tired and you're not going to make the right decisions. And this has been proven over and over again. You can try it. You can try to do all-nighters and see what food you're going to start to crave. Give that a try. All right, so moving on to number 2, eating out too much, right? This is maybe a no-brainer. You know, sometimes we think we're eating right, and a lot of times people are eating good food, but they're also eating the bad food. So this basically creates a wash. Right? It basically voids all the good food you're eating. And the reason why that is, let's just say you're even going out to a pretty decent restaurant, which you think serves some pretty decent food. You really don't know what you're getting. You don't know what kind of oils they're cooking with. You don't know what kind of ingredients are going inside this. You don't know if there's, they're probably using white salt, iodized salt, instead of a mineral salt. So all of these things are toxic, and they're going to set you back a little bit. So you figure it's not as bad as fast food maybe if you go to a restaurant, but it's still bad, right, Fred? Exactly. So try not to eat out. It's basically considered a cheat meal. If you're trying to get results that you need, a cheat meal can set you back a week. A cheat day can set you back a couple of weeks. A cheat weekend can set you back a month. So just think about that. Try not to eat out. Again, this is if you're plateauing, you want to make a few changes, give this a try. Moving on to number 3, starvation diet plans. It could just be a starvation diet, or it could just be a bad diet plan, right? Because we don't want to be on a diet. We don't want fad diets, right? That's one sure way to not lose weight in the long run. You can maybe lose weight with a starvation diet or a bad diet plan, but we're not going to be healthy inside. But when you're starving your body of a macronutrient, be it fat, protein, or carbs, your body doesn't know where it's getting it from, right? It doesn't know if you're in a desert. It doesn't know if you're lost in the jungle or just starving yourself. It just knows it's not getting what it needs. So naturally, it's going to hold on to whatever it is that you're not giving it, and that's most of the time is fat, right? This is the biggest thing that people have trouble with processing, is when they're trying to lose weight, to eat more fat. So you'll hold on to it if you don't need it. And let's just say we do no carbs, right? I definitely wouldn't recommend that, because we still need some carbs for our brain. Even though fat is a better source to feed our brain, we still need some carbs, specifically from vegetables and fruit, right? So we need all of these things. So if you take these out of the equation, you might get some results temporarily, but it's not going to be good for you in the long run. And most likely you're going to bounce back after all this thing that you eliminated, all these food that you tried to eliminate, and then you go to that wedding and you got everything you wanted, and then boom, you go back to where you used to be. You get all that weight back and then some, and that's not a good thing, right? Starvation diets, no good. Bad diet, fad diets, really no good. Just try to get on a proper diet plan with wholesome foods, real whole foods, balanced diets, nutrient-dense meals that they're going to have fat, protein, fiber, water. You want all that to be inside your meals, and that's going to help keep you full longer, and you won't have to snack in the middle of those meals, which brings us to our next topic at number 4, snacking and too many meals. Now, we don't want to be grazing all day, right? And this is a big problem. You'll hear people say, oh, I heard you just do 6-7 small meals a day rather than 3 meals. I can't think of anything worse to do, because no matter what you eat, your insulin's going to go up, except for fat, right? So even if you eat protein, insulin goes up. Eat carbs, right? Insulin's going to go up. And when you have the presence of insulin, you're not going to burn fat. Just like the best way for me to describe that is if I was fat and I'm playing football, right? One team is fat, and that's me, right? And I'm trying to get into the end zone, the fat burning zone, right? And I'm running with the ball, right? I need to get to the fat burning zone, and who's there on defense is sugar, right? That's the team against me, right? Sugar, carbs, starchy, right? Insulin, right? That's the defense. So they're going to stop me from getting into the fat burning zone instantly, right? I cannot get into that fat burning zone if insulin, sugar, carbs are all in the way, right? Once the presence of them are there, you're not going to burn fat. So just keep that in mind. So you don't want to snack too much, right? You definitely want to try to keep it down to 2 or 3 meals a day. Try it. Make that meal dense, nutrient dense, and hearty, and maybe even if you have to eat a little bit more than you used to, just make sure it's good food choices. And I promise you're not going to want to snack in between. And if you do want to get something in your mouth in between meals, I tend to go to amino acids, water and amino acids, and that tends to help elongate the process of, especially when it comes to sparing calories and sparing protein, the muscle breakdown. Protein repairs the muscle. So if you want to not use protein as energy, amino acids can help with that. So keep that in mind. No grazing, no more snacking. If you're doing that, I don't care if it's yogurt, I don't care if it's a granola bar, a grapefruit, we want to stop that and try to reduce it to 2 or 3 meals a day. You could do the intermittent fasting where you skip breakfast. Just make sure you're not really working out that day, because it could be a little hard adjustment to work out and skip breakfast. You might get lightheaded, you could faint. So we want to get acclimated to that system before you even start to do that. So you can try the intermittent fasting and do 3 meals still, but try to break it down to 2 if you're plateauing for sure. Okay, number 5, cheat meals, cheat weekends. We just talked about that. A cheat meal can set us back a long time. Well, not a long time, but a few days. If we're trying to get somewhere, like people tell me, hey, looks like you're okay. You could have a cheat meal. I'm like, yeah, okay, yeah, I can. I don't want to, but yeah, I could have a cheat meal, and it won't set me back a week. But if you're not there yet, then you don't want to have those cheat meals or cheat weekends or cheat day. You don't deserve that yet. You got to earn that. You have to put in the hard work, put in all the effort, get to where you want to get to, reach your goals. Short-term goals are always good to have too. Don't forget about that. And then you could have your cheat meal, cheat day. Drinking is going to be a problem a lot of times on cheat meals. So keep that in mind. We're trying to get somewhere. We're plateauing. We need to make an adjustment. That means what you're doing right now is not working. Okay? I hate to break that to you, but it's just not working. So let's change some things. Now, I'm not going to say that everybody watching this is suffering from all of these, but you might be suffering from a few of these, 1 or 2 of these, maybe 3 of these. It could be up to 5 of these, but you know, you're gonna be able to relate to it because you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna try to explain it the best way I can, and my buddy's gonna help you out here. So this is one of his favorite topics, right, Fred? That is, you know, fat, right? Not enough fat. At number 6, okay. Why do we need fat? Well, we need fat because it's almost like our gateway to burn fat, right? Especially great healthy fats like avocado, right? An avocado a day is going to keep the doctor away, right? That's what I always say. An avocado a day keeps the doctor away. Keeps the doctor away is what I always say, right? So if I was to give you the top 5 best foods you can consume in the world, like on a daily basis, avocado is going to be up there, right? Take a look at me. What do you say about that? Very good. All right. So he agrees. He thinks an avocado a day. Just not. He doesn't want me to eat him, but he definitely wants me to eat his. Right. He definitely wants me to eat his friends and family members. Sorry about that, buddy. No. All right. So not enough fat, right? So yes, it's our gateway, but we want to get into a state of ketosis. That means a ketogenic state where we burn fat, ketones, as energy. So we could do things like no carbs at night as your last meal, no carbs at night. Make sure you're only doing fat and protein. And this way we're out of our glucose stores, which takes 4 hours to do. We deplete our glucose stores, which is our sugar and carbs. And then we start to burn fat, right? And in the middle of the night, we're burning just about half our weight in calories per hour. So if you're 150 pounds, you're going to be burning about 60 calories per hour at night, right? Yeah. So if you're doing HIIT training that day, for example, it's probably going to be more than that. So you're going to keep burning calories for like 24 hours once you do HIIT training. Well, what's even more important about fat is that it buffers insulin, right? We just said that we want to keep our insulin down, right? Fat, yes, of course, helps us stop food cravings, carb cravings, but also buffers the insulin. So that means when we eat carbs, when we eat sugar, we get the fat with it, and it helps to digest those carbs. It helps to stop the insulin spikes. So again, we want to keep our insulin down. Plus, it helps keep you full longer. When you stay full longer, you're not going to want to eat more food in between your meals. So we need this fat also to help us absorb fat-soluble vitamins. We need those things. So we don't want to be vitamin deficient because that can cause a whole lot of other problems as well. But fat is very important for us to have overall. We need to consume it. It shouldn't be our enemy. The whole fat-free craze, I don't get it. I'm surprised not enough more people to get sick and illnesses, but maybe they have, and doctors don't know if it's attributed to no fat, but we need fat in our diet, especially healthy fat like avocado is going to be number 1. Okay, we're going to have coconut oil. You know I love coconut oil if you've been watching my videos. That's definitely up there. But I like avocado just as much as I like coconut oil, right? Almonds, flax, chia, you know, seeds and nuts. That's how you want to get your healthy fats. And believe me, your body is going to thank you for it. By the way, I eat about 100 grams of fat a day. Okay, and you could tell me if you think that I'm having trouble with fat or looking puffy. Don't be afraid of the fat. Just as long as you're putting the hard work into it, the results will be in your favor. Okay, number 7, not enough protein. So protein is one of the more thermal nutrients we can eat. It actually probably is the most thermal, meaning our body has to heat up to digest it, right? So the hotter our body gets, the more our body has to work to process that nutrient or food, the more fat we burn, right? Because heat creates energy, and that burns fat, speeds us on our metabolism, right? We're going to increase the testosterone, and all these things help to burn fat. So protein is up there, especially organic grass-fed beef, organic chickens, things like that. Good protein will help heat up the body and burn more fat. And our muscles, you got to remember, if we lose muscle mass, we gain fat. So when our muscles start to degenerate, which can happen through time, especially if we're not using resistant training in our regimen, we are going to start to get more fat and lose more muscle. So we need to hold on to that protein and feed our muscles, because our muscles are made up about 75-80% protein anyway. If we don't get that protein, our muscles are going to become deflated, and we're going to be what we call skinny fat, right? Skinny fat. Yeah, we don't. It's not a good thing. I think that's what you call it these days. That means you're skinny and, you know, mushy or just soft, and you want to have tighter muscles. And protein, I swear to you, will not make you look puffy or bulky. Calories will, though. A lot of calories, right? So eating too much, that'll get you calories, right? So I want to try not to eat too much either. So that's that calorie deficit thing. But again, the equation is a lot more complicated than that. So get your protein. It's supposed to be a gram of protein per pound of lean body weight. So you're gonna have to try to get that number. You can go to a personal trainer like myself, or you could just email me. You could leave a comment here below, and I could get you your body fat just by getting you some numbers, and we'll work together. So if you like what you hear so far, right, we're gonna finish this list. Make sure you share this information, you know, hit that like button, punch in that share button, and definitely get this information out to the people who you know are plateauing when it comes to weight loss, right? All right, moving on. Overtraining, right? This sounds crazy, right? No. Overtraining means you're not resting enough, right? I'm an endurance athlete. I'm 43 years old, okay? I work pretty hard, right? But I listen to my body. I become in tune to my body. I have to know that there are times where I need to rest my body, let these muscles heal, and take baths, and, you know, put on these like different essential oils to help relax the muscles. Because when you start to train and don't rest, now you're breaking down muscle tissue. You're creating fatigue, right? You're depleting your vitamins, your nutrients. And if you have any issues already with weight loss and gut issues that you might not know about, you're not absorbing all those good vitamins and nutrients anyway, and this is going to start to wreak havoc on your body, and it's going to break down your immune system, and which in return could break down your muscles, and this is going to give you more fat, and it's basically it's a domino effect, and it's an ugly one. So you definitely want to listen to your body, and overtraining can go with also not sleeping enough. Most of the time that people overtraining, they might be pushing it too much. Mind's going crazy, might not be sleeping enough, and both of those together will definitely have you hold on to extra weight in the midsection, just like cortisol. Cortisol, also a result of not sleeping enough, will have you hold on to extra weight in the midsection every time, without a doubt. All right, moving on. Right, no HIIT training, HIIT, high intensity interval training. When you don't incorporate that into your regimen, you're basically losing out on a really good opportunity for you to get the results that you seek. And it's less time in the gym, honestly, but it's just harder time in the gym. It's work. It's real work, right? So if you're going to you can work out for 30 minutes of high intensity, meaning, let's just say 30 seconds of high intensity, meaning your heart rate goes over your heart rate max, and then you bring it down for a minute. You can go up again for 30 seconds, bring it down for a minute. Now break it up any way you can. Keep it at your level. Start maybe 30 seconds on, 2 minutes off. 30 seconds on, 2 minutes off. Or you can go 30, 30, 30, 30, a minute on, a minute off. You know, try it out. You know, play with the formula a little bit. You know, you can tinker with it. But definitely got to make sure you get high intensity interval training. This long duration cardio is not going to help. I swear, I guarantee it's great for people who are on couch potatoes, or if you're older or deconditioned, you just got to get moving. Yeah, please just get out there, move, you know, walk for an hour. But if you're trying to get results and your body can handle the stress, then you need to make that difference, and you need to start with the HIIT training. You'll find your fitness professional, ask about it. There are a ton of videos on YouTube about it. The information is out there, so you need to just seek it. You could ask me. I'm a personal trainer as well, not just nutritionist. I know a lot about this stuff, body training specifically. So if you need any help with that, please leave a comment below, and I'll gladly give you a little bit of a workout, and maybe even try to make some videos for you guys. All right, moving on. Oh yeah, by the way, if you're HIIT training, like I said before, you're going to be burning calories for 24 hours afterwards. A lot more than you normally would on a regular day or regular training day. Okay, number 10, low potassium diet. What does this mean? A low potassium diet. That means not enough of you, right? Exactly. The best source of potassium is right here. This little guy right here. I mean, he says, and you know, avocado stops with sugar cravings instantly. That's one thing he's good for, right? And Sugar Sam, I don't know where he is, but I think he knew that this wasn't a place for him, and he knew you were going to be here, so he didn't come around. You know, basically Fred could stop Sugar Sam no matter where he is. He could just stop him dead in his tracks. He's more of a dominant force, Fred over here, so Sugar Sam doesn't have a chance. He'll stop anything in his track, right? So we need healthy fat, and we need potassium. Potassium is an electrolyte, right? So it's not just about drinking water to stay hydrated. It's about, which I'm going to make a video on, but all my clients ask me about it, how to stay hydrated, and most of them think it's just water, right? But no, it's not. It's water, but it's electrolytes. Sodium being number 1, potassium being number 2, right? And we get that best from avocados, bananas, sweet potato, things along that nature. And this helps us stop the cramps, and this also stops sugar cravings and carb cravings and things like that. So there's so much more we can get into with avocado, but we're going to bring him out another day, and we'll make a video just on avocados, and that will be fun. So we need more potassium in our diet on a daily basis, right? An avocado a day, like I said. And obviously fruit, other fruits and vegetables, leafy greens, a really big way. But try to get the potassium, and this is going to help also give us the vitamin and nutrients we need for an overall healthier body. Because we don't want to just look good, we want to feel good inside, right? Because we could just do a starvation diet and look good, but we're going to feel crappy inside, right? So we need good things like avocado in our diet every single day, and I swear it will make all the difference. Okay, so I'm just giving you a bonus here, and that's drinking alcohol, right? Drinking alcohol, right? That might be a no-brainer, but you know, I had a client who would work out very hard 3 days a week, you know, spending this money on personal training, but then she would go out drinking every single weekend. So basically she plateaued the whole way. I mean, for months, would not lose a pound. And that was just her thing. She was like, you know, she was young, she just wanted to get out and drink. And I'm like, okay. And I was honest with her. I'm like, I believe you're kind of wasting your money, because you're spending all this money on training, but then you're going out and drinking every single weekend. So I almost felt bad, because I was like, I didn't see the point, right? And I don't want to discourage anyone to come see a personal trainer or myself, but I certainly don't want somebody to waste their money either. And if you have a certain goal in mind, you know, you're going to have to make some sacrifices and compromise, and not drinking is one of them. Drinking brings up your insulin levels, so we know what that does, right? That stops fat burning. Drinking brings up the estrogen levels. That also stops fat burning. High estrogen means low testosterone, and that's going to mean holding extra weight onto the body. Plus, you got the empty calories, you got the sugar, you got all these other things that accompany alcohol. And then what happens when we drink alcohol is, what do we want to eat? Cheetos, right? Twinkies. What else do we want to eat? Not avocados. We're drinking alcohol. We're going for the quesadillas. We're going for the buffalo wings. But he gets left out in the dust, right? Because you know, who wants him when they're drinking, right? So bad food choices goes with drinking alcohol. So you could put that way higher on the list, drinking alcohol. But you know, I had to think of the best, the top 10, and there are other factors. Not getting enough sun, not drinking enough water. You know, there were so many other things I could add on to this, and it was hard to come up with even just the top 10 to put on this list, but I had to do the 10, and I think that this was numbered correctly. So if you are a victim of any of these, or a few of these, one of these, all 10 of these, time to make a change, time to move on and stop plateauing, right? We want to get those results that we seek, and we're going to do that with just implementing this information. So if you like what you see here, make sure you share this information. And thank you again for tuning in and watching myself, Charles, here at Nutrition 101, and with my friend Avocado Fred, who's always going to be happy to join in on these videos. So thank you again for watching. We'll talk to you again real soon. Class dismissed. See you next time.